So just taking yourself onto your sit bones. Nice, easy cross-leg position in front. And just take like, a couple of moments, make sure you feel kind of even left and right. And then letting the hands settle on the thighs. We're going to bring the eyes to closed. And whatever movements you feel you need, like maybe a little side to side, just getting a sense of getting tall in your spine. A sense of ease around the shoulders and the neck. And then maybe once or twice, just checking in with the arms, the hands, letting the elbows, wrists, and hands be soft here. As we settle, let's take a full deep breath in. And full breath out. Doing that a couple of more times. Getting this feeling of inhaling, waking ourselves up, bringing ourselves into this moment. And exhaling, kind of letting go any of our stagnant energy from our sleep, from the nighttime. Full breath in. And releasing breath out. One last time, let's take a full, refreshing, new breath in. And emptying it all the way out. Allowing yourself to settle here with awareness on your breath in and your breath out. So in our bodies, in our minds, there's a sense of energy that can be refreshed, enlivened, or it can sort of get like that, a little stagnant or kind of stale. And in yoga, our breath is our first gateway to enlivening and refreshing our energy sources. So as we sense our breath here, we can have a feeling of tapping into this potential. And we're aware that we are always breathing in and out as we're alive. But we have this power also to direct the breath, to lengthen it, to control or hold it. And in that way, sort of tapping into the power of our breath for our bodies and our minds. And like we might water a plant, or if anyone's dipping their toes in gardening at the moment, like we need the same. We need the same sense of nutrition, of care. And we can do that through our breath in and out, taking in new oxygen, nutrients, and exhaling anything like we don't need, physically and mentally. So let's see, can we start to extend the breath a little? And all of this is done with a sense of ease and care. We don't need to force or feel restricted here. Just as much as feels sustainable, inhaling and exhaling. Healing potential, growth, all possible through our breath. We're going to take a full deep breath in. When you're ready, let's try to do this together. Full deep breath in. And full breath out. And then as you're ready, we'll count. We're going to breathe in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. And exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the bottom, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding at the bottom, 3, 2, 1. And then let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Sense how it feels. Air coming in, air going out. We're going to take one more full deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, let's take our chin towards our chest, drawing the neck flexed forwards, lengthening back of the neck along the spine. Gently beginning to circle your left ear towards your left shoulder, keeping the shoulders soft here, relaxed. And then chin back to your chest and right ear towards right shoulder. We'll bring the chin back to the chest, and as we go left ear to left shoulder here, see if it feels welcome to start circling your chin up to the ceiling. Circling all the way around, take your time. Right ear to right shoulder and chin back to chest. Let's see, can we do one circle the other way? So right ear to the right, lifting the chin all the way up. Left ear over and chin back to chest. We're going to bring our head back in center, and then a couple of times you can let your arms kind of be relaxed either side. Let's stroke the shoulders up towards the ears and then pulling them down the back. Up towards the ears and down the back. One last time, we're going to pull up, and then this time we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So see, can you get like the max squeeze of your shoulders together here without poking your chest forwards? So how does that feel to try and squeeze but keep the kind of sternum relaxed? And then spread apart. Same idea, how far can the shoulder blades spread apart without kind of pushing your sternum back, so we still stay tall. And we'll try that a couple of times. Squeeze, try and feel the shoulder muscles acting here. and then spread apart. Squeezing together and spreading apart. One last time, we're going to squeeze together. Really try and feel the squeeze without poking the chest forwards. And then spread apart. And then we're going to try and pull the shoulder blades down the back. So from sort of a center position, like you were tucking your shoulder blades into back pockets. Can you feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades draw down? And then relax. And draw them down. And relax. And it's like we're trying to imagine bottom tips of shoulder blades, like they're drawn a little bit more down and towards each other. See what you can feel there. We'll do a couple more. Relax and draw down and relax. Last time. And relax. So shoulders are just center now. From there, we're going to see, can we do a full circle? So up towards the ears, squeeze together, down the back, and then spread apart. Up towards the ears, squeeze together, draw down the back, and spread apart. One more. Up, squeeze, down the back, and spread apart. As they spread apart here, let's go the opposite way. So down the back, squeeze together in the middle, up, and spread apart. Down the back, squeeze together in the middle, up, and one more this way. Spread, down, squeeze, and up towards the ears. Let them relax and just see how that feels. Maybe check in how that feels across the shoulders. And like we're doing with our breath, like this is what we're doing with movement, like bringing in new energy and kind of enlivening our body. So we're going to take the arms out either side, keeping your hands into soft fists, bringing your thumbs towards the ceiling. We're going to roll our thumbs forward. So we're actually rolling our arms forwards, but thumbs follow. Internally rotating the arms in the shoulder sockets and letting that just hold for a second. Feel where your sort of edge is. And then we're rolling back, externally rotating, and the thumbs kind of follow backwards. Let's internally rotate forwards and externally rotate back. And it's like you have like a sticker on your upper arm and you're facing it down to the floor, then up to the ceiling. We're going to do 3 more, rolling forwards and back, and 2 and back, and last one and back. Nice. From there, as your palms are faced up to the ceiling, keep a little bit of this external rotation feeling. So arms rolling back, and then we're going to bring our fingers to touch our shoulders and out. So keeping the eyes forwards here, neck lengthened, and we're just bending and lengthening through the elbows here. Keeping a little feeling of heat in the shoulders so that arms stay kind of semi-roll back here. We're going to go for 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. And then last one, the fingers come in, draw your elbows forwards, and then we'll break circles with the elbows. So really similar to what we were doing with the shoulder blades. So trying to feel, again, this shoulder blade movement as the elbow circle. And the whole time we're staying tall, neck is relaxed here. And let's do a couple of circles the opposite way. Keeping the breath forefront of our experience here. Breathing in new energy, new life. And exhaling out kind of any stagnant energy, any tension in the muscles. And then let's take our hands, interlace them here. We're going to press the heels of the hands forwards and then reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Again, loads of length either side of your body here. It's like you're trying to lift your ribcage up and away from your pelvis. We're going to take a full breath in. And then breathing out, a little lean to your left. Really focusing more here on the right side, lengthening. Keep pressing through the heels of the hands. Let's take a full breath in. And then breathing out, coming through center, and we'll lean over to the right. Focusing on lengthening the left side here. Let's take a full breath in. And breathing out, coming back through center. Nice. Let's take the hands behind our head so the elbows come forwards again. Press your head back into your hands here. And this is an amazing one to do every morning, just for our neck muscles, engaging a little bit of strength there. And then as we open the elbows, creating loads of space across the chest here. So feeling the breath in around your collarbones, feeling the head still pressing back. And it's like your elbows are being drawn back a little bit here. We're going to take one more deep breath in. And then breathing out, just softly release the hands all the way down either side. Just give a sense, maybe a little bit of movement, sense how shoulders are feeling now. Head. Let's close the eyes for a moment. So can you press through your fingers, finding yourself as tall as can be. And we'll take a full breath in. And full breath out. From there, we're going to bring our fingers forward so you can kind of take yourself off your book, taking yourself into more like an all fours position. So take your time, get yourself set up. As we come onto the hands and knees, just settle down, make sure your knees feel comfortable here, and we'll start to pad out our hands a couple of times. Letting the fingers move in different directions. And what's interesting, like sometimes with our movements, like we're doing similar movements in each practice, I'm getting a sense when we visit similar movements, can we notice with more curiosity if there's any different sensations or just simply how they're feeling today? So all around the hands, the wrists, along the forearms, maybe turning to the back of the hands. And it's this sense that things, it's like our days at the moment, things can feel like they're repeating themselves, but there's always little difference, little variance, places where we can find potential or different sensation. We're going to do a couple more, just padding around, really trying to spread all the fingers. And then let's turn our fingers face forward, tucking your toes under here. We're going to have a feeling of pressing down through the knuckles, so really pushing the floor away from you. And then take the soft side of your elbow and spin it forwards to your fingers. Then spin it back as if it was looking towards your thighs. So we're just rolling the arms here again, like we did seating. Internally rotating and externally rotating. And the whole time we want to try and keep our hands super solid, so we're not leaning to the insides or the outsides of the hands, keeping the weight spread. And just rolling through the arms here, trying to maybe feel more around the shoulder and the elbow joint. Let's see, can we speed that up a little bit for 3, for 2. And then spin your soft side of your elbow forward. So it's looking towards your fingers. Press through your hands. And then let's see, can we find here our squeeze of our shoulder blades together and spreading apart. Squeezing the shoulder blades together like your chest is reaching down between your hands and then spreading apart. Trying to really feel here, like we did seating, that we're not just rounding our upper back, We're really focused on spreading shoulder blades. And we really focus on squeezing shoulder blades. So feeling all those muscles around the upper back. We're going to go for 3 more. And then coming all the way back into the center. Take your both elbows down towards the mat. So we're just lowering both elbows and then back to arms lengthened. Both elbows lower down and back to lengthened. And the whole time we're moving this movement, trying to keep this feeling of the elbow pits, the soft side, spinning forwards. And we're trying to track the elbows straight behind the wrist. So rather than them flaring out to the sides. We're going to go for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. And then the last one, we're going to rest the elbows down. We're going to walk our knees back a little if you need for a bit more space. Toes are still tucked. And then we're leaning our hips back, our sit bones back. Just getting a little stretch release around the shoulders here. So head can be quite relaxed. Again, try to keep your elbows tracking straight behind the wrists so they're not flaring out to the sides. We're going to breathe for 3. Full energetic breaths in, releasing breaths out. Let's take 1 more deep breath in. And then breathing out, lifting up your elbows. Take your hands and walk them back towards your knees. We're going to come onto our fingertips here. Toes are still tucked. And then a couple of times rocking back towards the heels and then back to the knees. And just using the fingers here as your gauge for how much you can rock back. You can keep the hands for support. Or you can start to play around, maybe taking the hands off. Focusing more now on the heels, the feet and toes. Trying to get as much weight back into the heels each time. And then if you feel like you'd like to play around with a variation, like another option is as we go back, we're taking the knees out wide and just creating a little movement around the hip joints as well. So going back, knees wide, and then forwards, knees together. And this one I always like in the morning because it kind of just gets into the like sticky, tense areas around the pelvis, creating a little bit of freedom there. Let's do 3 more. And then the next time the knees come down, let's stay rested with our sit bones on our heels. And you can check like visually or just have a sense, are all 10 toes tucked under? And then see if you can start to play around with the weight we're placing onto the heels here. So maybe hands lift, maybe torso lifts. And especially in the morning, this can feel quite sensitive, so go easy. We'll hold for about 5 breaths. So can you stay with it here? Relaxing shoulders, your head. Good, let's take 1 more deep breath in. And then breathing out, nice work. Take your hands back forwards to all fours. Relax out your toes and then just pad your feet, like give them a good little up and down, slapping them off the mat, let them release out. And then we'll let the feet relax. Come into our all fours position, moving through cat-cow a couple of times. So inhaling, arching, and exhaling, rounding here. This feeling again, full breaths in, lifting, and releasing breaths out. Let's do 2 more. Inhaling, lengthening along the spine. Exhaling, rounding over. Going all the way back through all fours. Let's tuck our toes under and take our sit bones back towards our heels. Scoop your knees up and then press through your hands here. Your knees are just hovered off the mat. And then see if you'll start to scoop your sit bones up to the ceiling and begin to pedal your legs as we come into downward dog. So noticing now maybe how the ankles, feet are feeling back to the legs, along the shoulders, arms, the hands and wrists. Try to create an equal press through your arms as it's going back through your legs. And then we'll let the legs come to a little more stillness. So knees can be soft if you need. Try to really press through your hands, your arms. Let's breathe for 3. For 2. And then as you're ready, we're going to tiptoe our feet forwards all the way towards our hands. From here, we're coming to a fold, but let's take your feet as wide as your mat space. And you could even turn your toes out ever so slightly. We're going to bend our knees as much as you need here to hold your elbows and let your head relax. So you can always sway a little side to side here, but get loads of space in a wider variation of this fold. And see, can you imagine your sit bones like they were drawn apart from each other, your inner thighs kind of spiraling back behind. Maybe bending in and out of the knees a couple of times, seeing if you can find length behind the legs. Press through your feet. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then breathing out, resting down your fingers. So you might need to bend your knees quite a bit here to get your fingers to the floor, no problem. We're going to bend our knees, start to lower our sit bones, coming down to a squat. Just traveling as far as you feel you can. And then back towards a full position. So we're lowering as much as we can, keeping the heels down. Bending the knees, lowering the sit bones, and back to fold. Let's try 3 more. Lowering down. Yeah, nice. And then back up. Lowering down. And back up. Last time, we're going to lower down. And then seeing here, like, you know, if you're halfway, just holding a little bit more effort in the legs. If you're all the way into your squat, try to keep those heels down and seeing can you lift the chest. Pressing the knees outwards towards the little toe side of the feet. Let's breathe our full breaths in. Releasing breaths out. We're going to take one more deep breath in here. And then as you're ready, breathing out, lift your sit bones up, heel toe your feet together. Take your hands to your shins and inhale, halfway lift here. Slide your hands to your hips and press yourself all the way up, standing tall. Making sure there's a little space between your feet here. Keeping your knees straight. Keep your hands on your hips and we'll start to circle our pelvis. Circling around in one direction. And just feeling the weight spread across the feet, trying to keep our knees lengthened here. And exploring how big a circle we can make, how the low back's feeling across the front of the hips. And then let's go the opposite direction. And then coming into the center, with your hands still on your hips, let's lift off our heels and just holding here, letting it shift and change if it needs to, trying as much as possible, drawing the heels upwards, drawing the top of your head up to the ceiling, and we're going to hold for 5. Keep your breath in and out steady for 4. Breathe in for 3, 2, and then relaxing down. From there, I'm just going to turn to face you, because I have loads of space this way. So make sure you've got space wherever you are. We're just going to move through our arms. Solid in our feet. And we're going to inhale, reach our arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then breathing out, releasing the arms down. Inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up, loads of space. And exhale, release down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, releasing down. Nice. Last time, we're going to inhale, reach up. Take your left hand around your right wrist. We're going to reach, 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 and then lean over to your left. Lengthening right side again here. And really trying to feel, press down through your right foot. What can feel nice here is to explore, sort of rounding your upper back a little bit, like you were trying to look down to your left foot. And it just gets a little sort of different sensation into that right side. And you can even pulse in and out a little bit here. Just sensing where you can access, create a little bit more space. And then let's come back to center. Take your right hand around your left wrist. And we're lifting up, 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 and leaning over to the right. Pressing down through your left foot here. And then maybe again, seeing how it feels to kind of round the upper back, look down to your right foot. Reach, reach, reach through that left arm. And then coming back to center. Now start to take the arms all the way down either side. Give that a little shake. And then we're going to take our hands interlaced behind our back here. Elbows are bent to begin. And it's really important here that we feel like what we felt at the beginning. That we squeeze our shoulder blades a little towards each other here, but we're not poking the chest forwards. So see, can you create that action, shoulder blades squeeze. And then see how it feels to start to lengthen out your arms, but again, without kind of pulling the chest forwards to do that, letting the chest stay relaxed. Knuckles will reach down towards the floor here, or depending if you want to explore, seeing how it feels to start reaching your arms a little further back, away from your low back. But being careful, mindful here around the shoulder, space across the chest, eyes forwards, and we're just reaching as much as we feel we can reach here, sustaining our breath in and out. Focusing on the shoulder joint here is what's moving. Arms going backwards in space. Relaxing that chest. Let's breathe for 3. For 2. And then nice and easy, relax your arms all the way down. Take your hands to the front of your shins and keep this sensation across the upper back. So can we feel like a slight draw back of our shoulder blades, softness across the sternum, just feeling the space for your breath here. We're going to take a full breath in and then breathing out. We're hinging from our hips here, so knees can be a little soft. We're leaning our chest forwards, bringing it to about 90 degrees. You can create a little press of your hands back to your thighs as you lengthen the chest, the top of your head forwards. Keep the weight evenly spread on your feet and just sensing the effort here in the legs. We're going to breathe for 3. For 2, lengthen, lengthen along the spine. Let's take one more breath in. And breathing out, we're folding, releasing our spine all the way forwards. Let's take our hands to our shins. Inhale into halfway lift up. And exhale, folding down. Fingertips either side of the feet there. We're going to step our left foot back and rest down our left knee. So going into a low lunge rested position. And what we're going to do is stay in our fingertips so you can have them as wide as you need. Like allow yourself to feel quite easy in the upper body here. And then we're starting to circle our pelvis like we did standing. We're just circling in one direction, keeping our right foot and our left knee and foot very stable. So it's just the pelvis moving here. Just imagining a sense like we're drawing around a circle. Keeping the breath easy. And then we'll go a couple of circles, opposite direction. And then coming into the center, so you're letting your pelvis kind of sink forwards here. Weight into that front foot. And then having a feeling that your back toes are tucked under here for stability as well. We're going to start to take the weight off our fingers so legs get a little stronger. And then reaching your fingers forwards as you lift your torso and lift all the way up to the ceiling. We're reaching fingers upwards here. You can keep letting your pelvis sink forwards or maybe pulse in and out a couple of times, just depending on how everything's feeling here. We're going to breathe for 3, for 2. As you're ready, let's take our left fingers down towards the mat inside your right foot. Right fingers reach up to the ceiling, taking a gentle twist here, deep breath in. And then breathing out, right hand comes down. Let's step all the way back to downward dog. Lifting your left knee, sweeping that right foot back. Giving the legs a little pedal. As you're ready, we'll inhale, come forwards to plank. Breathe in here, a couple of breaths. So if you want to rest the knees, no problem. Getting a sense here, wherever you are, that's enough effort, keeping your breath easy. We're going to breathe for 3, 2, and then resting down your knees. Easy here, lower your chest all the way down between your hands. Rest out the feet. Inhale, gentle cobra lift. Exhale, releasing down. Tucking the toes under, let's press back up onto our knees. Send your sit bones back, scoop your knees up and come to downward dog. We're going to take a full deep breath in. And breathing out, tiptoeing our feet forwards all the way towards our hands. Hands to our shins. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding down. Fingertips either side of the feet. And we're going to step our right foot back. Resting down our right knee and come into the low lunge on this side. So from here, eyes track forwards. And then we're starting to circle our pelvis in one direction. And we might notice straight away it feels very different from side to side. So sensing maybe where the little sticky spots are here, where there's space. Keeping the breath easy in and out. And then let's circle the opposite direction. And then from there, we're bringing our pelvis more sort of drawing it forwards to the top of your mat, pressing through your feet, lifting your fingers forwards and all the way up towards the ceiling here. Bringing ourselves into a low lunge. And again, you can kind of pulse in and out or stay a little more still. We're going to breathe for 3, for 2, and then taking your right hand down inside your left foot, reaching your left arm up to the ceiling, breathe in here, gentle twist, creating space across the chest. Let's take one more breath in, and then breathing out, left hand comes down, and we're stepping all the way back, downward dog. Giving the legs a little pedal. And then as you're ready, inhaling, coming forwards to plank position. So again, you can rest your knees or full plank. We're gonna hold for 3. Good, for 2. Taking one more deep breath in. And then resting down your knees. Trying to activate here a little bit stronger. Your knees are rested behind your hips. Imagine here like you were trying to pull your hands back towards your knees. So you get this kind of engagement in the arms, the upper back, and you might even get a little bit of a shake. Just see, can you feel that? Like you were trying to drag your hands backwards. We're going to try and keep that as we bend our elbows and lower our chest between our hands. Letting the toes rest out. Easy lift, gentle cobra here, deep breath in. And breathing out, relaxing down. Tucking the toes under. We're going to press up, strong arms back to all fours. From there, let's take our knees wide, big toes touching, and come all the way back to child's pose. Reaching sit bones back to your heels here. And try and get a feeling. Can you try and creep your arms as far forwards as they'll go here? And they can be as wide as you need to feel comfortable around the shoulders. Allow your head, your forehead to rest or bow forwards. And if your forehead's reaching the mat, can you let it roll maybe a couple of times, side to side across the forehead? Setting the breath easy here. Sense your lengthened breath in and out. We're going to take one more deep breath in. And breathing out, can you start to peel your fingers towards you? Tuck your chin to your chest. And sort of roll, peel your way all the way back to kneeling. We're going to take the knees together. And then I'll just face here so you can see we're going to have our fingertips in front of our knees. So just we have a little bit of balance. And then we're lifting up our right knee. So it's really pressing down through the front of the right foot here. Lengthening the front of the shin. And then relaxing down. We'll try the left side. And if this cramps or anything, just rest and go again. Keeping the breath easy. And relaxing down. We'll try one more each side. So lifting right knee. Pressing down through your right foot. And then lifting left knee. And then you can keep alternating there for about a count of 5. Or if you feel you can lift both knees, we're pressing down through both feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and relaxing down. Nice work. Take your feet out to one side and then bring the legs around in front. We're going to take the soles of the feet together and let's create like a really big diamond out in front here so that we can use the fingers to set ourselves up right up on our sit bones. And I want you to feel for a moment or two here with the legs like quite far in front. Can you feel as if you were trying to tuck your tailbone under and then tilt your tailbone out behind, and just feel the difference of those. So it's kind of like you're tucking tailbone under, rounding the low back a little, and then tilting behind. One more time. Tucking. And then as we come towards the tilt, it's like we're sort of tilting our pelvis forward, sticking our tailbone behind. And we want to try and maintain that as much as we can, staying upright in the torso. And then you can always adjust and see, oh, maybe I can bring the heels in a little nearer, but we're keeping this feeling in the pelvis. Have your hands wherever feels accessible here. Feet pressed together, and we're lifting tall. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then breathing out, we're leaning our torso forwards, but we're maintaining this length feeling. So it's just leaning forwards without rounding. And then find your edge, like as soon as you feel, oh, that's kind of getting my inner thighs a little bit, or the glutes area, just pausing there. Use maybe your elbows on your inner thighs to press out a little. And then as we breathe, we can start to kind of inch our way in as it feels accessible. You can let your chin bow a little. And we're going to take about 10 or so breaths here. So you can take your time kind of moving in, sensing and feeling. Maintaining this feeling of tilting pelvis forwards, drawing the tailbone back. And then same for the last couple of breaths. Can you find a place where it feels a little more still? A little bit more with ease. We're going to take one more deep breath in. And breathing out, pressing ourselves all the way up, seated. Nice work. We're going to take our fingertips behind. Gently draw one knee in, then the other, and take the feet wide here. We're going to slowly, nice and easy, windscreen wipers the knees side to side. Just getting a sense, one last time around the hip joints here, around the musculature along the thighs, around the pelvis. And then we're going to bring our knees up towards the ceiling, taking your legs crossed. Let's bring our legs crossed the opposite way than we had at the beginning. And you can use your support to sit on if you'd like. Nice to give a little bit of support to the low back. And we're going to finish just before we come to our relaxation, again in our seated position. So hands resting on your thighs, allowing the eyes to close. Just getting a sense, like making any last little shuffles you need to adjust in your position. And we'll take a full breath in and full breath out. Returning your awareness to this sense of power, potential for healing, for energy through our breath in and releasing, cleaning out, clearing with our breath out. Physically, mentally, energetically, it's like our reset button right here through our breath. We have so much potential and power within us for good, for our own good, for the good of others. And sometimes we can lose this connection. We forget or we doubt, or we might be a little bit afraid of what we don't know. And this morning, this exploration of pausing, of noticing our breath, and when we do in this way, we can kind of connect to something that feels very, very familiar. That feels really welcome and holds us. That not always our mind needs to know or be in control, but this potential for power, we can trust in it with our breath. We can sense that which we do not know, and it doesn't have to be so scary. Entering into our day, serving a sense of awareness of something higher, something bigger than the humdrum of our thoughts or of our limiting perspectives. Your breath, your anchor, your guide, this moment in and out. Space around all of our sad thoughts or feelings, our frustration, our lethargy, our happiness or our joy. We can have a sense of observing, of witnessing, of being an objective perspective of our whole experience. You're welcome to remain seated here, no problem at all. Or if you'd like to take a moment or two to lie down, we've about a minute or so left. So take whichever you need, seated or lying, and we'll settle, keeping our awareness on our breath. I'll pause from speaking for these few moments. And just let yourself settle in sort of a safety that when you hear my voice again, we can bring ourselves back together. Whether you're lying or seated here, let's take our hands together. Rub them vigorously here to create a bit of heat. And when they feel like they've got heat, a little bit of warmth, we're going to take the heels, palms of the hands over the eyes. Creating a little mini ritual here, sensing, breathing in fully into our new day. And those releasing breaths out, letting go last night, yesterday, releasing it out. And then gently letting your hands release down your face. Send the light filter back in. If you are lying, just take your time bringing yourself up to seated. And if you're seated, you can take your hands together in front of your chest. We'll all finish together here, finding space around our neck, shoulders relaxed, width across your collarbones here, and length along the spine. Moving into our day with this sense of awareness, maybe every so often we'll feel it, remember this connection to our breath. Let's take a full deep breath in and breathing out, gentle bow forwards.